Good morning, students. This is Shafi from Dharmascope College, Chitragurga. In our previous classes, we finished the chapter that is inverse trigonometric functions. In this class, we are going to discuss about the topic vector algebra. It is the 10th chapter in your NCERT textbook. So, vector algebra. Already you have been studied in your physics topic, that is the vectors. Already you have been studied in your first year PU, that is the vectors, right? You know well about the vectors more than me, right? Okay, let us discuss about the vectors. First, we know that the physical quantity has two types. We know that the physical quantity has two types. Okay, before that. The weightage of this chapter is 1 mark, 1 question, 2 marks, 2 questions, 3 marks, 2 questions will appear in this vector algebra. Okay, 1 mark 1, 2 marks 2 questions, 3 marks 2 questions. So completely 11 marks you will get in these vectors. Okay, we know that physical quantity has two types. We know that physical quantities are two types. We will measure physical quantity that two types. First one is scalar and the second one is vector. Okay, scalar and vector. Yes, what is a scalar? What is a scalar? It has only magnitude. It has only magnitude. It has only magnitude. Right? What about vector? Magnitude as well as direction. Magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. A quantity has only magnitude, that is called a scalar. A quantity has magnitude as well as direction is called a vector. Okay, let us take the examples. Let us take the example. Scalar. Suppose I will take height. Height is an example of scalar. Height is an example of scalar. Okay. Now, if anybody asks you like what is your height? What you will answer? 5.6, 5.7, 5.1, 5.2. So, like this you will answer, right? Is anybody ask you that what is the direction of your height? Is anybody ask you? No, no one will ask you that. If anybody asks that thing, I mean, is anybody ask you like what is the direction of your height? You can easily identify that he is a mad person. He is suffering from illness. Okay, so nobody will ask you that what is the direction of your height. What is your height is nothing but you just you will answer like 5.6, 5.7 like that you will answer. That 5.6, 5.7, 5.1 you will answer, right? That is a magnitude. That is a magnitude. Therefore, height is an example of scalar. Height is an example of a scalar because it has magnitude only. It has magnitude only, right? There is no direction for height. There is no direction for height. Next, temperature. Okay, temperature. Temperature has only magnitude. There is no direction. Suppose many of you are having wall clock at your home which shows the temperature also, right? In that you just observe in that wall clock that shows only 36 degrees. That means that shows your room temperature or your hall temperature, like that it will show. How that will show 36 degrees, 30 degrees, 29 degrees, like that will show, right? Is that wall clock shows the direction of temperature? No, that doesn't show. That means temperature has only magnitude. Temperature has only magnitude. There is no direction for temperature, right? So temperature is also a scalar. Temperature is also a scalar. Next example, mass. So how you will measure mass? 2 kilograms, 3 kilograms, 4 kilograms, 5 kilograms, like that you will measure, right? That 2 kilograms, 3 kilograms, 4 kilograms, right? So all these are magnitude. That means mass has only magnitude. There is no direction. There is no direction for mass, right? You just imagine in my hand. You just imagine in my hand 2 kilogram of rice is here. You just imagine. Yeah, it is a scalar. Yeah, it is a what it is. Chalk piece box, right? You just imagine in my hand 2 kilogram of rice in my hand. 2 kilogram of rice in my hand. You just imagine. I will just say it is a 2 kilogram of rice. That's it. I will just say to others. It is a 2 kilogram of rice in my hand. Okay? I didn't say that the direction of this rice, right? I didn't say the direction of this rice. I just say that it is a 2 kilogram of rice in my hand. That's it. So it is a 2 kilogram of rice. 2 kilogram is nothing but a magnitude. That means what? Mass has only magnitude. There is no direction, right? So high temperature, mass, etc. All these are the example of a scalar, right? Here we are going to discuss about vectors only. See, vector algebra, right? Here we are discussing about vectors. Okay. So for example, force is an example of a vector. Suppose here one box is there, here one box is there. I will apply 2 newtons of force to this box. Then what will happen? It will move like this. It will move in this direction. Here, maybe. Okay. So here, this will move in this direction. You just observe. Here I am applying 2 newtons of force to this box. 2 newtons of force to this box. Here, 2 newtons is nothing but what? Magnitude. 2 newtons of force I am applying. That means 2 newtons is a magnitude. Here, it is moving this direction. Here we have direction. Right? It is a magnitude and direction. Right? Force is an example of vector because force has magnitude as well as direction also. So it is a vector. Force is a vector quantity. Similarly, velocity, displacement, acceleration, etc. All these are the example of a vector. Okay. Now, so here we are going to discuss about the vector mathematically. Okay, No need to worry about this. I will provide you notes related to this chapter at the end of this class. Now, one straight line is there. Let L be any straight line in the space. I will give this line to this line directions by giving arrow marks. Okay. Now this line will be a directed line. Now this line is called a directed line. This line is called a directed line. Now, I will restrict this line by giving a line segment, AB. By giving a line segment AB. See, once again, I am not restricting this line, then it is a directed line. I am restricting this line by giving a line segment AB. Then it is called a directed line segment. See, from A to B, here also we have direction. It is called directed line segment. Okay. Now, you just observe here in this place. You just observe this. Here we have direction. And also here we have magnitude also. See, A to B line segment. A to B. Here we have magnitude and also direction. Then directed line segment is called a vector. Directed line segment is called a vector. A vector AB vector. So it is a representation of the vector AB. Okay. Directed line segment is called a vector. Now, here the starting point of this vector is what? A. Here the starting point of this vector is A. Here the point A is called initial point. Okay. The end point B is called terminal point. Starting point is the initial point, ending point is the terminal point. And also, just one more thing, the distance between initial point and the terminal point is called length or magnitude of the vector AB. The distance between initial point and the terminal point is called length or magnitude of the vector AB. Okay. Now, position vector. Okay. Position vector is very simple. Initial point should be origin. Position vector is nothing but initial point is nothing but the starting point is origin. Initial point should be origin. Here we have initial point, that is origin. It is the vector OA vector. The position vector of the point A with respect to its origin is given by OA vector. It is called position vector. OA vector. For example, of this position vector is OA vector, OB vector. That means initial point should be a origin. Here initial point is what? Origin. Here also initial point origin. So here also initial point is what? Origin, etc. Like this we will define position vector. Position vector is nothing but initial point should be a origin. Okay. Direction cosines. Next, direction cosines. Let us consider three-dimensional space x, y, and z. It is the origin. The point P with respect to its origin, is a position vector. OP vector. I will take it as R vector. the position vector of the point P with respect to its origin is R vector or OP vector. The angles alpha, beta, gamma. The angles alpha, beta and gamma made by the position vector R vector along the positive directions of x, y and z axes respectively. Then angles alpha, beta, gamma are called direction angles. The cosine of these angles are called the cosine of these angles, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines. Okay. It is also denoted by L, M and N. The direction cosines of the vector is L, M, N equals to cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So this one I am going to use in the problems. This you have to remember. This you have to learn. See once again. The angles alpha, beta, gamma are called direction angles. The cosine values, the cosine of these angles, cosine is what? Cos. Okay. The cosine of these angles, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines. These direction cosines are denoted by L, M and N. So therefore L, M, N equals to cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Okay. Hence these are the direction cosines and the direction angles. So next, types of vectors. Next, types of vectors. First one, types of vectors. Zero vector or null vector. Zero or null vector. The definition of this zero or null vector is important for 1 mark. Kindly know, definitions of this chapter is important for 1 mark. Kindly do not neglect the definitions. So zero vector. What is meant by zero vector or null vector? Zero vector is what? Zero. The magnitude of the vector is zero. So zero and null vector we will define two types. I will define two types. The first one is what? Initial point and the terminal point coincides. Initial point and the terminal point is coincides. Okay, that is one definition. Second definition. The magnitude of that vector is zero. The magnitude of that vector is zero. Then we can say that is a zero vector. Suppose we have, I will give an example. Suppose we have one box. Here we have one box. One person is applying force to this box at 2 newtons of force he is applying. 2 newtons of force is applying to this box. At the same time, one more person is applying to this box in this direction. 2 newtons of force is applying. Here also 2 newtons of force is applying. Here also 2 newtons of force is applying to this box. Then this box, what about this box? Is the direction get changed? No, the direction doesn't change. That means that initial point and the terminal point is also coincident. Or that magnitude is zero. Therefore, it is a zero vector or null vector. Okay. Suppose we have A vector. We have A vector. Is this a zero vector or a null vector? Is this a zero vector or a null vector? Yes, it is a zero vector because according to the definition of zero or null vector, initial point and the terminal point is coincidence. Initial and the terminal point coincidence. See, initial point is what? A. Terminal point is what? A. Therefore, A vector is a zero vector or a null vector. Next, B vector. It is also a zero vector. Suppose Y vector. It is also a zero vector. That means what? Initial point and the terminal point should coincide, etc. Okay, etc. All these are the examples of zero or null vector. Okay. What about this? The vector BA. Vector BA. Is this a zero vector? Is this a zero vector? No, it is not a zero vector because initial point is B, terminal point is A. Therefore, it is not a zero vector. Right? Next one. Unit vector. Next one is unit vector. Next one is unit vector. In the definition itself, in the title itself, we have the clue that unit. In the title itself, we have the clue that unit. Unit is what? 1. Unit is what? 1. Okay. The magnitude of the vector is 0. The magnitude of the vector is 0. That is a zero vector or null vector. The magnitude of the vector is 1. The magnitude of the vector is 1. Therefore, that is a unit vector. Okay. A vector is said to be a unit vector if that magnitude of that vector is 1. That magnitude of that vector is 1. Magnitude is denoted by like this. Magnitude of A. Okay. So it is a unit vector. In this we have one more point. So unit vector definition is also important for 1 mark. Kindly mark it. So in this we have one node point. We should learn that node point because the node point we are going to use in the formulas belongs to 2 marks questions. Okay. Compulsory you have to practice. You have to learn this. Node point. Unit vector is denoted by A cap. Unit vector is denoted by A cap. Unit vector along the vector A is A cap equals to A vector divided by magnitude of A. A cap equals to magnitude of A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. This one I am going to use in the formulas. You should learn this and mark it for important. Can you mark it as important? Okay. So it is a unit vector. I hope you will understand well. Next vector, co-initial vector. Next one is co-initial vector. Co-initial vector. So what is meant by co-initial vector? Co-initial vector is what? Co-initial vector, initial point is 2 or more vectors are said to be co-initial vectors. Initial point is same. Okay, initial point is same. See, we have the initial point A. We have the initial point A. So it is a terminal point B and it is a vector AB and it is a vector AC and it is a vector AB. AB vector, I will take it as A vector. AC vector, I will take it as a B vector. AB vector, I will take it as a C vector. 2 or more vectors are said to be co-initial vectors. 2 or more vectors are said to be a co-initial vectors. The initial point is same. Initial point is same. See, practically see, here we have 3 vectors. Here we have 3 vectors. Here we have 3 vectors like this. See, like this. Here we have three vectors. Initial point is same. Initial point is same. Three vectors are there. These three vectors are co-initial vectors because the initial point is same. See, initial point is same. Therefore, these three vectors are co-initial vectors. Okay. So it is a co-initial vector. Next, equal vectors. Next one is equal vectors. Equal vectors. Equal vectors is what? Equal vectors. Same magnitude and same direction. Same magnitude and same direction. Two vectors are said to be equal vectors if magnitude of that vector is equal to magnitude of that another vector and also direction is also same. Direction is also same. Therefore, we can say that the two vectors are equal vectors, same magnitude and same direction. It is equal vectors. Next one is collinear vectors. Collinear vectors. Collinear vectors. Collinear is nothing but what? Collinear is nothing but what? That 3 points should be in a one line. That means lies in a same line, right? Two or more vectors are said to be collinear. Two or more vectors. So it is a vector. It is one more vector and it is one more vector. It is the vector A, vector B and vector C. Two or more vectors are said to be a collinear vectors. That should be parallel to the same line irrespective of the magnitude and direction. Is called collinear vector. Okay. So it is a collinear vectors. Collinear is nothing but that point should be lies on that same line, and that vectors should be parallel to the same line irrespective of the magnitude and direction. Is called collinear vector. Next one is negative of a vector. Next one is a negative of a vector. Negative of a vector. Very simple. Same magnitude but opposite in direction. Same magnitude but opposite in direction is called negative of a vector. Same magnitude but opposite in direction. A vector. Suppose we have the vector AB. Suppose we have the vector AB. Negative of the vector AB is what? Minus BA vector. Minus BA vector. Same magnitude but opposite in direction. That's it. Hence it is a negative of a vector. So these are the definitions of a vector. I think you find a little bit difficult to write the definitions of this in your notebook, so that I am providing you the notes. After this video you will get one notes. You just go through with that and write that notes in your notebook or copy that notes in your notebook. Avoid mistakes. Okay. So it is the concept of vectors and the types of vectors. In the next class we will discuss about the next topic. Okay. Okay, dear students.